Good morning on a icky but beautiful, we'll say, just because we're all alive. Weekend before Thanksgiving morning at 5:30. Hey, just wanted to reach out and say I wish everyone good blessings and hope everyone gets through these holidays okay without slugging each other or anything like that over, stupid issues like politics. In as much as we get charged up about politics, I do have to say one thing. The more we've distanced ourselves from the actual election now, I keep on hearing people and their decisions, why they did this, why they did that, why they chose this person, why they didn't, And in my mind, and you can base your opinion on voting however you want. It's your prerogative, obviously. That's the beauty of the democracy. But, and I'm going to say this, and I'll say it bluntly, just as the word itself. But people do vote a lot out of ignorance. Okay? I don't know for how many years I've heard people gripe about certain things and blame it on the president, whoever that president may be, whoever that sitting person may be in there. And I just go, really? You just don't get it, do you? The office of the president has a lot of push and pull and a lot of, we'll say. But there's a reason why it's called the chief and commander, a reason why they lead the country. It's not because they wield their hand like a king and change policies to the drastic tune that we all feel them, or we all say that we feel them, I should say. Okay? First of all, they do have to go through the steps of our government to have anything implemented, which is, thank God, a democracy, once again. But so many people I've ever heard over the years turn around and say, high gas prices. And then when they walk into voting, it's because of the high prices of gas or high price of that. And I'm looking and going, really? Okay? For the first time in about 100 years, 100 plus years, you really can't say any of those kind of things that come out so ignorantly. Okay? You really can't. How quick we forget that 3-4 years ago we were under a pandemic. Okay? How quick we forget as Americans how many other countries still haven't pulled out. Not from the pandemic, the virus itself, but from the economic hardship that it causes. Okay? It wasn't caused by a mask protocol or mask mandate. It wasn't caused by everyone shut down for 6 weeks or 5 weeks or whatever. Okay? It was caused and I say caused, it was the economic hardship that was caused in these countries and ours was because of having to retool the way we do things as far as the economics go. Retool the way that we produce food, retool the way that we were producing health care, and through it all, your staples such as gas and stuff like that. They saw an ebb and flow, the likes that they had never seen before of supply and demand. But ultimately, let's talk ignorance. And I may be off on certain points, but overall the general theme is true. Supply and demand wields the power, not a president. Okay? For so many years I've heard people talk about, high gas price and blaming the president. I'm going, what a fucking stupid idea. Excuse my language, but what a fucking stupid idea. In a country that's a democracy, you would actually open your mouth and say something like that. Considering I personally live in Washington State, which has high tax rates and stuff like that when it comes down to those. We've got high gas prices. Right now, everyone's talking about under $3 a gallon in the rest of the country, except not the western coast, So, I kind of have to open my eyes to reality. And always kind of looking for what is the lie and what isn't. And it consumes my life sometimes. Meaning it consumes my thinking. It's not that I'm overbearing on trying to push right from wrong. Like someone who is out there Bible thumping for truth. But what I'm trying to say is that don't be ignorant. Plain and simple. You've got to look at the picture here. And the picture shows automatically that Houston, we had a problem. When we had the pandemic, we had a problem. Okay? And that problem not only amplified, but kept pushing out sound for years to come. And it still will. Because of the retooling and the re-equipping each nation's capability and way that they do commerce. Okay? Unfortunately, the backlash of all this is that you have people that see that situation and automatically pull the mask off and blame a president for everything that is going on in their life. I've said it before also, is that, hey, if you've bought a car, a vehicle, in the past 5 years, you're not doing fucking bad. If you've gone on a trip, anywhere, on a vacation, you're not doing that fucking bad. If you were able to buy one, two, 3 TVs during Christmas time or anything like, any time during the year, or any appliance in the past 5 years, you're not doing that fucking bad. Okay? I'm afraid for what the economy is going to show now. I'm afraid for what's going to happen. Very afraid. But I do think that your Republican Party will have to do a lot of damage control, but they will keep any of those I'll say those dictator type fear mongering or dictator type precedents within check. They will keep their own extreme right within check. I have hope that happens. Let's say it that way. You know, just as I would have hope if it was the other way. But let's not be ignorant about things, okay? Please, please, please. That's all I can pray for, is that person has eyes to see, a person that has wisdom to hear, or wisdom to hear, think about in the right context, the world around them. Hey, nothing but love. There's my part to help the world. Not that it helps, but all I can do is sit there and smile for other people and walk in and be nice. Love, nothing but love. Happy holidays coming up. Have a good morning.